Alright, how's it going out there? My name is Akita, and thank you all for joining me for another StreetzRPG video. We're going to be looking at the version 0.38 R1 today. Still working on it a little bit, still adding on to it. I swear to gosh, one day it'll be out as a full proper update. But we're going to be starting off a little mini-series here, if you will, where we're going to start a character, and over time the game will be developed, and new content will be added, and our Johnny Kickass 420 here will be able to experience a number of things and widen his horizons a little bit. If I can shut up for a moment though, you can hear the bus actually has a nice low rumble of an engine now. And it loops pretty nicely. Fun fact about it, the source originally came from a Ford Transit, of all things. But it's a nice lower diesel sounding engine for the bus, I figured. And then once we roll up, it's a little mistimed here. I just got a little brake sounds. Right off the bat, we get a nice little, our first achievement of the game. Just a welcome to Parkwood message. It'll fade away shortly after. I do need to adjust the layer. These have to be rendered above the player, not under them. Working with alpha values is weird. We've got our nice stat system moved over to the left now, and it'll push any hints that you have on the screen over. That's another new feature here. We've got they're modeled after San Andreas style hints, and they don't work exactly like I'd like them to. I also thought that they too would fade away, but you know, you get what you take. Well, you get what you make, really. If we chat with Ronnie here, we can take his quarter-ounce of weed, tell him if he snoozes, he loses. He's not gonna start a fight with Johnny Kickass 420. Hell no. We can chat with him. You'll notice that peds actually move their mouths when they talk now. At least most of them. Unique peds and certain situational peds, but other just random peds on the street, they don't quite yet. If we brag about our joint rolling skills, we get some free street rep out of it. We gotta have that 10 street rep. You know it. Especially considering that street rep doesn't even do anything in the game yet. It's basically gonna be a sort of charisma system. Not necessarily like respect, because respect, I would think of respect like how police or the government, etc. sees you. Street rep is how more hoodlums and thugs see you. The higher you have it, the more impressed by you and your presence and fearful of you they'll be. So now he's going to take us to get something to eat, fresh off the bus, on a rainy day. That always sounds good, right? So we also have this D-pad down here. If you don't like what you see here, you can just slash D-pad it away. Simple. Slash D-pad again will enable it. It's just a quality of life feature for mobile, where they can move around just by tapping the screen as is, but the D-pad's going to just make that whole process a lot easier. There's also some new pedals and vehicle HUD that I can't wait to show you guys today. Heading inside, we can talk to Michelle, and something interesting about her, she actually has the only winking emote in the whole game. We can buy a donut, first things first, so we can progress with the mission. But if we ask her about Ol Sue, she'll explain that that's her mom, but she's not doing too well these days, and the text cuts off a couple times here. It comes down to the fact that her and her brother are overworked running the shop themselves, so they don't have time to collect an order for coffee beans that had some issues. So she offers us the quest, but later on, once Ronnie and I are finished with our business. So now we actually have to do a little trick here. There's a bug that I still haven't fixed to this day with ped distribution. It doesn't work correctly when you leave Ol Sue's. He didn't like it in there, so he left. He got some air. He didn't like all the police. But apparently he's in recovery, so that's kind of odd. I mean, rip people off. Well, why should I care? Well, he's wanted, just not by the police. If we insist that we've got his back, he'll give us a 9mm pistol. Just no sweat. Well, we just gotta protect him with it. He doesn't like our default skin, though, so he recommends we get some new clothes. That's probably not a bad idea. He's the rich guy, too, right? He gives us some money, and we head inside, talk to Ty, new outfit. Let's go with this green guy, because we're going to try to get into the green gang with this character. If we ask him about accessories, he'll explain that at the moment. But these are all items that I plan to add in the game. If you look closer at a lot of chat instances like this, you'll actually see a slight fourth wall break. This is how I say not yet. Like, this isn't added yet in game and in character. And it typically comes down to the fact that people just haven't gotten their deliveries, basically. Like, all their stock vanished, you know, and they got to reorder, but they just haven't got it in yet. So that's my way of saying, you know, just be patient, and these things will be features in the game. We ask him about his story. He's really down with Parkwood and the UPK. He's hardcore. I believe he's actually a lieutenant in there. They put him here basically as a money laundering operation. That also kind of, you know, gives back to the community. You can ask him about the gang lore a bit, and he'll explain it. But and yeah, this is why he explains. He's the eyes and ears for the local community, and makes some legitimate money. You can talk to him yourself if you're interested in more UPK lore. And oh no, it's a drive-by. Oh shit. I'm too late. Hang in there, Ronnie. His sprite is supposed to lock at the last 2 frames here, but it doesn't seem to be doing that. Who's JV? Well, he's bled out. Gotta escape the scene of the crime, then go back to Northside Apparel. Talk with Ty. This also doesn't really make a lot of sense here. Immediately, Ty, when you go back in, he'll just ask, what do you want with JV? As if he heard the conversation outside. Doesn't really quite make sense there. If we're polite to him, we get a $5 discount here, which is, it's a 10% discount at the end of the day, because skins cost $50. And that will last for the rest of the game as well. Before we go any further, oh shoot, I can't even save. Oh no. Oh no. So, there is one way I can save. Chatting with JV will discover that apparently the logic to chat with him is still bugged, which sucks because this is the second part of the mission. He's got a van full of guns that he can use to take the war on to the people who killed Ronnie. But it's not really working, it seems. It's not activating. Which, I don't know. Take what you can get. You get what you make. That's how it goes with game development. You get what you make. If you don't make it good, you're not going to get much results. I can show vehicles off, but I'm going to need some money for that. I wonder if we can get lucky at some cards. I need a lighter, firstly. Ronnie did give us a couple extra papers, so we can roll a joint. Oh, wait. Oh, that's Dwayne. What the hell? Let's chat with Dwayne and buy some shrooms. There's a little gag here. 2 guys run this smoke shop. It's a father-son duo. And Dwayne, the son, he'll sell mushrooms during the daytime, but during nighttime when his dad's working, his dad will sell you weed. It's just a nice hidden opportunity to get other items. StreetzRPG does not condone drug use whatsoever, nor does it condone the illicit combinations such as operating a motor vehicle under their influence. We don't have enough money to buy a car yet, so we're gonna have to go play some cards and hopefully win. I don't think the rain sound is playing. I did turn my volume quite down a bit, so there's not a lot of feedback. My mic system's a little jonky. Come on. Little bug here that I'm already aware of. Oh gosh, don't look at that. That's cursed. That is cursed. Oh no. That is cursed. That's an ancient bug that occurs when... Come on, 7, hit, 23. Damn. At least I got the bug where it pushed me where I shouldn't. But this bug happens where 2 instances of the pedless script call a specific ped to have a specific skin. Because that's why he's got Ronnie's name, even though he doesn't have Ronnie's skin. 16. I'll hit on a 16. 26. Yeah, this is a bug where if you bust, it's not always game over. And I don't know if I want to remove the bug because Parkwood is home to a lot of gaming machines, of course, but they're also known to be malfunctioning. There we go. At least we both bust. This is just a simple little mini game that I wrote in like the course of an hour. Oh no, we crashed. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to restart the game and be right back. There we are. Oh, we are back. I just did some off-camera mining, of course. Totally did not just use 2 cheats of /he, so I am. But now that we got some money, I can show you a bunch of other features with the game as well. If we head, firstly, the most important destination we can go, to a realty office up in this neighborhood. Wow, we move so slow. Fitness upgrade, please. If we're going to Parkwood Realtors, we can talk with Ruby Caribia. And we'd like to buy a home. There's only one place, and it's an apartment. Can ask for the details, and it's got a garage. Landlord needs $200 a week plus 1,000 security deposits. Sign me up. Alright. So now that we got a player home, we can actually save the game without my spacebar. There's also this little Payday Advance store that I'm still working on. Apparently it doesn't even have an enter point. It's got an interior. That's odd. 1-800 cash now. StreetzRPG does not condone the utilization of any cash advanced businesses. Oh no, we passed out. We're running around too much. We need to find, like... does Local Cola add vitality? It does! Oh, but now I'm going to be passed out till daytime, I think. So as you can tell, StreetzRPG is still indeed very buggy. I can't even force myself to move with developer mode. There we are. So, the second thing I was going to show you is the vehicle system. As well, if you didn't notice, down below we've also got these little tap buttons for mobile version, including a new pause menu. Very glad I could show that briefly. None of these options work except resume and exit, I believe. I'm going to have to write a whole new settings script just for the pause menu as well, which is not going to be fun. But just resuming the game. It pauses everything in game as well. Any animations, any... Whoa. Whoa. That's weird. It's like I'm on shrooms or drinking. I'll use some Coke. What? Okay, wow, my game is very broke here. So let's buy a car so that we can go get some food. Ready to buy. Let's buy the smoke bus. Can't afford that. Oh, right. Smoke bus. There we are. And we've got this new driving HUD. I really don't know why that was doing that. That's so strange. Got this little driving HUD here. And these pedals for mobile, of course. And I don't know. I'd just like to say I did a decent job. The needle does kind of come off of its center a little bit there, because it's a texture, and it's centered on like I think it's like 8 pixels instead of 7. So it comes off its center a bit. But you know, it's not too bad, I'd like to say. It's only supposed to be able to go up to 1400 RPM, and the way RPM correlates with your speed is not actually like you'd think. It's sort of complicated. I was trying to get the roots for the gear system going as well. Let's stop. Oh, right. We need to go get food, like, immediately. Let's stop by the tavern. They've got really good food. And I can show and give an example of how different foods will affect your stats differently. In fishing, if you catch the fish that are required to make these dishes, such as, yes, squid, shark, or eel, if you cook them or get their meals from here, for instance, shark stew is the best one. It'll restore your vitality, a lot of health, and a lot of hunger. Versus eel soup does thirst, for instance. It's cream of eel. I still love that name. Yep. And we leveled up here, so we get the tip for that. Now that we're nice and restored, let's buy a couple beverages while we're here as well. Hey, it's Allison. She'll actually give us a quest that we definitely can't achieve at this point in time. You need to obtain, I believe it's 100 grams of Coke for her, and then deliver it to her here during nighttime. But it's a lot of order. It's a big order. 100 grams is a lot if you're playing legitimately, unless you're stupid rich or have high fishing skill. What's on the menu? I'd like a drink, a 40 ounce, and an X3. So I can showcase those as well to you. Drink, X3. Water is free, and it also instantly restores your thirst bar, if that's ever useful. I'm noticing my skin here is a little bugged. If we reverse on out of here, I guess I didn't consider how, okay, yeah, you can use the D-pad for it. Good. I was gonna say, I didn't consider how steering would work on mobile, but yep, it'll work. Yeah, and this weird, glitch is happening again. I don't know why that's doing that. StreetzRPG does not condone the use of any alcoholic beverages behind an automotive wheel. I feel like I should have to... Wow. Yeah, this is very, very buggy. That's how it should be working. Oh, it's because it's not considering steering in a car versus movement on foot for updating its position. And also the sway doesn't include things like the layer, where it's hard to show right now, but it kind of cuts away when you're behind it, so you can actually see where you're going and what's behind here. It doesn't account for that, but there we are. Yeah, it doesn't account for moving that, but it works. Let's use a X3, of course. Now, there's... you saw gambling. I could stop by the bank. Show off that. And I could show fishing off, but there's not really... No, I can't. I can't even buy the items. Yeah, I can't even buy those items because I don't have working space bar. Back when Streetz ran in a little window, I would just use the on-screen keyboard when I had an issue like this, but... This is a... bugged exterior. Very bugged. Okay, I can't show you the bank. Turns out. The one good thing about this video, especially, is that I can look back on this and look at all these bug documentations, fixing it with what I see here on YouTube. I would show you fishing, but I can't do that either. Shoot, I guess I could get a gun, shoot up the hood. Everyone loves GTA-style killing sprees, right? Wow! That is way faster than this bus is able to go. Wow! This takes me back. This is how I used to test cars' acceleration. Or even better. What's my RPM? 10,000 now? Watch how fast it just zooms by. I should probably stop before I get so in a seizure. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so that's where I'll leave off. This has been Nikita, breaking my own game. If you like what you saw here today, and besides all the bugs, of course, make sure to check out the links down in the description. There's a link you can buy a copy of the game in early development for only $1.99. There's also a link to our Discord as well, so make sure you check that out if you just want to follow development and maybe get a little involved in the community. That's available to you as well. If you like what you saw, make sure you smack that like button, put a comment down in the description explaining what you liked, what you didn't like, things you'd change, ideas, things that could be added, all sorts of stuff. That's always welcome, and the more interaction we get from you all as the viewer, the better. So I hope you all have a wonderful day, and stay tuned.